What dancer do you know has retired at the age of 65, which is the retirement age?
A lot of dancers are still dancing at 65.
Stop
What?
it.
That are making
What?
Stop
no, you don't
it.
Get it because you
Jazz, you are in the Lululand. There are no 65-year-old dancers out there getting it. Like, stop it.
To be successful dancer is a low ass percentage. It's an expired time. There's no longevity in that. Make that percentage.
That's not true, girl.
It is true, Jazz. Nobody on this panel knows a famous fucking dancer right now.
Don't know famous
No.
You know why Umar Johnson's daughter is twerking online? Because she didn't have a strong father to put parameters and guidelines around her life when she was raised up. She's seeking her father, and so she's seeking attention. That's why y'all seek attention through men. That's why y'all f***ed up with the men that y'all talk to. How can you debate with me about putting guidelines around my daughter to protect her from the devil? If more women was under the covering and actually listened to their fathers, they wouldn't be single baby mamas in the first place.
Facts.
I'm talking about if your daughter says, I'm better off being a doctor instead of a lawyer, you'll have a problem with that?
If my rules is
wait, I'm just asking one question. Your daughter
I'll pay for you to go to school.
Yeah, and she says she knows when she goes to school, and she knows that she wants to be a doctor. She wants to heal. She has the brain for it, because you're born to do what you want to do. I'm just saying. And she says she wants to be a doctor, and you want her to be a lawyer. She's out?
Correct.
Wow. Wow.
Because you're an adult.
She doesn't have a life. She had a life up until. Wait. So I just want to be clear. Her life is dictated by you up until she leaves the house.
Her life is dictated by me as long as she's under my covering. Then
that's what I mean. So her career, what she thinks that she is talented as, or she believes she can be good at, whether veterinarian, lawyer, doc. I just want to be clear. That has nothing to do with her. It's what you want her to study.
That's correct.
Okay. So she does.
He's the father. It's his leadership. You can't question a man as the way how he wants to raise his child and run his family. It's his family. It is what it is.
She doesn't have a life. She only has a life that you dictate for her because she's under your covering with money and what you provide for.
No, she's under my covering completely.
Right, that's what I mean. It's obviously
not just money.
But even
money and what you provide.
It's all across the board.
Right.
And if we raise our children with purpose, then they wouldn't be out here single baby moms.
Yeah. Right.
They wouldn't be out here getting diversity, equity, and inclusion degrees based off of how they feel.
They
would have purpose. In other cultures, and this is the thing that I've learned from other cultures, is that they actually set their kids up and they give them purpose.
That is true.
Before they even become adults, and that is how they preserve the legacy of their family. That is how they preserve wealth. That is how they then make sure that these kids are not misguided and they're not out here up. This is Western culture where you allow for people to have too many choices, and when they have choices, they often at times choose wrong for themselves. As long as you are under my covering, you will do what I say, or else you will not get anything from me.
You have Asian cultures out there that literally force their kids to be, whether it's most likely in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and their kids come out very successful. They don't have a say-so in it, but that's why a lot of cultures are ahead of us, because we always get into these situations where we can do whatever we want to do. Oh, choose this, choose that. And when it fails and you come back home, you still ain't got nothing because your parents are still figuring it out.
So let's just say you want her to be a doctor. She doesn't have the brain for it. You can study all you want. You just don't have that. That's not your thing. You think that.
No, that is your thing. We just don't.
No. Wait. You don't know.
It's your thing. I know you better than you know your goddamn self.
Wait a minute. I just want to be clear on this, because some people are born to do what they do. I'm just saying.
No, they're not.
Okay. So she is.
Most of us just have to work hard at that shit.
Wait. But how do you determine?
Unless you genetically LeBron fucking James.
Wait, you don't know that. Like you said, you know that. You know if your son's gonna be LeBron James or not, right?
That's different.
You just said
unless you're 6'10"
at the age of
16 because of height.
Unless you're 6'10" and you jumping out the gym, you are a regular.
You think you're going to be a LeBron James because? Wait a minute. You think you're going to be a LeBron James because your attributes, your height?
This dude tripping. If you 13 and you already about 6'4", 6'5", bro, you are a genetic freak.
Just trying
Absolutely.
What is
Really?
he
Everybody
talking
knew
about?
LeBron
You
James
think
was
every
LeBron.
guy
You
out
knew
there
LeBron
that's
was-
6? You
Small
think every
percentage
guy?
being
Wait a minute.
6'10".
We knew LeBron was LeBron before
Wait a
LeBron
minute.
was
Wait a
LeBron.
minute.
What
You
you
think
talking
every
about?
guy that's on a basketball court that's 6'10" is a LeBron?
That's a small
No,
percentage of men.
is that what I just said?
Bro, he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that.
That's what you just
I
said.
said
Antoine,
everybody knew fucking LeBron was LeBron. That nigga, he was a prodigy.
No. I asked
LeBron
you.
could
I
have
said
played
if
football.
I said
He
if
could have
you
played
had
basketball. He could
I
have
said
did
if
any of
you
that.
had a
But
son.
listen, most of you motherfuckers are regular,
Yeah.
and you need guidance, and you need your father. And the reason that y'all out here fucked up, now sitting
not
here
what I'm
trashed
asking.
out with multiple different children by multiple different men, is that you left the covering of your father. I stand on that shit.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm
He
asking.
down here trying to argue, looking like reject Billy D. Williams. He need to chill out and really start listening, man, because he really arguing in bad faith.
Yeah, but the thing is, the
I
parents are
I'm
wrong.
telling you
The-
what it
the
is.
thing about his
Y'all keep
parents-
trying to
parents-
remix-
That's not
you
what I'm
keep
asking.
trying to remix the question to
No,
be
I'm
something
just trying
different.
to.
I said
You're
what I
the one that
said.
said it. I was
As
just
long as you
capitalizing
move
on what you said.
according to the parameters that I set, you will be blessed. For me personally, I have a parameter, I have a lifestyle, I have a setup for how I want my daughter to go. The same way that all of the rest of my family and the people that happened before me, that is how we raise our children. That is why they all married. That is why none of them single baby mamas. That is why none of them is crash
I don't know
out.
about that.
That's how we
Can't-
continue to do things
How
inside
you say you don't know about that and it's his family? What are you talking about, Billy D?
of our family. We don't deviate from it. It is worked. It has worked for generations, and we're not changing it just because we in modern times.
But
I-
I'm gonna
I-
say
I-
this though, there are some cultures that are like that. Y'all gotta understand
Yeah.
that. Like the African culture, the Indian culture, the Chinese, they make sure that their kids is a certain industry.
Yes.
I know when my dad, if any of us was gay, he was gonna cut us off. He doesn't like they don't play with that gay shit in Trinidad. So like in different cultures is different rules. Like they don't
I mean-
play with that.
I
That's
mean,
fair, but they
And
are
trusts
wrong all
have
the time.
stipulations too.
I get
Yeah,
that.
but they are wrong. But the thing that we are
They're
not
not
actually
wrong. It's their
acknowledging is
rules,
that
their
they are
It's
wrong.
not
All
wrong.
yeah, but
these
That's
no
not
these
wrong.
these parents
it
are
doesn't
wrong.
matter
All
about right or wrong.
respectfully, it
What
matters
is
about
right or
results.
wrong
It's
doesn't matter.
subjective.
It matters about results. Before I was a YouTuber, I was doing other things that actually made me go out of the house dressing like very good and all that. And when I got to the YouTube, my parents says, you need to stop playing video games on that computer and get a real job. When I was getting way more money than I was getting doing the regular job. Sometimes your parents are wrong.
And
Sometimes your
that's
parents
cool,
don't
but
have a
here's the
feeling for
thing.
you.
But if you decide that you want to do what you want to do,
That's
Yeah,
on
That's
you.
on you.
Yeah, but how am I going to
But
get
don't,
look at
all
the
I'm
wheel?
saying is stop saying that I should still have to pay for you to go down, because for every one of these
Okay,
people
take
that
my-
actually achieve
take
their
my-
dreams,
Mhm.
it's 1,000 of you motherfuckers that said that y'all wanted to be fairies and ballet dancers, and you got underwater basket weaving degrees, and as a result,
Yep.
you out here looking stupid as fuck. So
Yeah.
also take that into consideration, because the community is fucked up.
Yeah.
All of y'all said that y'all wanted to do what y'all wanted to do, and now y'all fucked up. So stop.
I think that's the problem. Too many people want to do what they want to do, and we have parents with no direction that's actually forcing us to do things. So they let us just run wild, and then we come back and nobody can figure it out.
Acting like it's only one way, because most of the time y'all make bad decisions based off of y'all own decision making.
Facts.
That's the problem, is that y'all ain't got no guidance, and you ain't had no strong fathers in your households that said, listen, you're not about to be out there looking dumb.
There's
You're
a
not
difference
going to be
between
out there wasting money. You're not going
there's
to
a
take
difference
$100,000
between
in student loan debt to become a fucking social worker. That's
there's
not
a
what you're
difference
doing.
between doing
Wait.
something that hurts you long term
Preach.
or damages the reputation of your family, than saying I want to be a lawyer instead of the
I
doctor.
think that y'all should raise your
That's
kids
very
how y'all
different.
see fit.
It doesn't
For
really
me and mine, there
Mhm.
are parameters. You will meet expectations. As long as you meet those expectations,
You
you
good.
will be blessed.
So
Anton, yeah, you
anything.
too.
So wait, we gotta unpack this because that's deep, Anton.
What is it that
You
I'm
sound like-
at?
You don't really sound like.
There's plenty of y'all. There's plenty of these women that's out here that's singers that's getting
Is
passed
he
around in the
better
industry,
than-
getting butt.
Exactly.
They was out there being Diddy's
wanna be a singer.
concubines. Y'all
That's probably one of the worst industries that you possibly could be in with no guidance is the music industry, because you have to sell yourself so much. And after a while, you can't sell your talent. You have to sell other talents, which most likely is going to send you into someone's bedroom.
out here, y'all sold yourself over to Diddy and Kanye West. No,
But
you
you
cannot
sound
be
like
a part of the industry.
You
No, you
sound
That
like-
sounds personal. Shots fired. I see what you're doing, Anton. Shots fired.
shots fired at who? I'm
Talking
not shot
about-
firing at nobody.
There, I see what you're doing, Anton. You
Wait, let
see.
I'm
Jasmine
not
get
doing
in here
nothing to
first.
nobody. I'm being for
Yes,
real.
you are. Ice-T.
The way-
Listen, it's a reason why we protect you. But go ahead, Jazz. I want to let you speak.
the
Hey,
way
Anton, are you a singer?
Hey,
Hold on,
Fatty,
hold
let
on. I'm
Jazz
not a
go.
singer.
Hold on.
I
No,
wanna
no,
let
not
Jazz-
you. The Ant one. They
The
says
way-
like the other artist.
Fatty, shut your fat up.
Come on,
way-
Fatty. Let Jazz speak.
Jazz.
Sorry, Jazz, my
way
bad.
that- thank y'all. The way that Diddy thinks and how he controls his household, you sound just like him. No tea, no shade. Not saying that's neither good, neither here nor there, but it kind of sounds the same. I get what you mean. You want to make sure that you give your children the best opportunities while they're under your covering, while they're in your household. I get that. But where I can't rock with you is where you say, as soon as you don't do, even when they become their own person as an adult, if they don't live their adult life the way you thought they should live, you're just going to completely cut them off. This is your child, right? And then your basis of it is, well, you ain't getting no money. Take the money out of it.
I didn't say just money. I said
He never said he was going to cut them off. He's just not going to give them his covenant and his blessing. It's a difference.
my covering.
She still needs her father, right? Or they still need their father to be just as loving to them as they were as children. And what I'm hearing, and this is just what I'm hearing is you say there are conditions to the way you love your child. If your child doesn't follow your exact direction because you felt like you molded them to be this person as a kid, if they don't come up to be your idea of who they should be, of what you wanted them to be, then you're doing away with them. And I'm not saying you're wrong about that, but I'm also not saying you're right. And I'm also asking, is that a healthy way to go about parenting? Is you're giving your child this pressure to
Tough
be
love.
somebody that you want them to be? You're not giving them any opportunity to figure things out on their own, for them to figure out who they are as a person, and you only want to indoctrinate them to be who you think they should be, when you're not realizing even though that's your child, even though they are your children, they're still individuals. They're still individual humans, and they're going to experience life and react to life differently than you. Yes, guide them, help them, prop them up. But to say that if they go off the beaten path, if I want them to be, like he said, a lawyer, and they want to be a dancer, fuck her. I don't know about that one, gang.
Right.
Like, I think there are better
You
ways.
don't have to.
What?
I mean, I think that's why we all have our own kids.
But I see
When you get kids, you can let them be whatever you want them
Exactly.
to be.
No,
I don't
it's not
want my
even
household
about-
like that.
It's not even
And then she mentioned from a lawyer to a dancer. Like, why you want to become a dancer and expect for me to fund that career?
about
What?
letting them be whatever they want to be. It's about me guiding them so they have enough confidence to figure out who they want to be when they become an adult. Nobody is saying that if I don't make them be this person and make them go to this school, that they're going to be trash human beings in society. No, I'm going to pay attention to my child and see what their natural likes and desires and what they're good at, their skills are good at naturally, and
Well,
capitalize.
hopefully your child has a
So
strong father in their life,
But why would you want your
Yeah,
child to be a
so that he
And
can balance out that emotional side of you, because that's why they got two parents instead of one.
Exactly.
Like
Because if you the only one teaching them how to shake and move when it comes down to live in society, they probably gonna fall into the trap.
Why would you want your child to be a dancer? It's like you're setting them up to fail. Like there's
Yeah.
no
What?
long term.
Tripping.
What famous dancer do you know that right now?
Bro, are you serious?
No, I'm just saying I feel like that's setting. Oh,
That's
go to
very
school,
silly.
college,
You
dance it.
see entertainers out here with a bunch of background dancers too. Let's be
Okay,
for real.
but the
A background dancer with a retirement plan? Stop it.
longevity. What is their age requirement?
In that industry, if you don't understand the creative or artist industry, I can see why you would say these
She
things.
tripping.
So I'm not going to hold it against you.
Tripping.
There is a lot of success in the entertainment industry, whether you are a singer, a dancer, an actress. There are levels to it. So you can't just sit up here and say, now, what I won't say is not be delusional about the dream, not go about it in a way that you're not being pragmatic and being strategic on how you can get to the end goal. If you're going to do it, let's do it on a high level, so you're not out here, broke and destitute and not being successful at what you're good at. I think we should always be encouraging each other, especially our
You
kids.
think I would let my daughter? You think I would pay for my daughter to go to school to be a dancer?
At one point, I thought Jazz was just being cute. She just liked to debate a little bit, but I'm starting to think Jazz is special, especially with all these Dream Girl wigs on.
We know you won't, because that's not what you see for your daughter.
But you think that somebody should pay for their kid to go to school? Hold on, wait, give me a second. You think that somebody should pay for their kid to go to school to be a dancer?
It depends.
Because the percentage
I'm asking Jazz. I'm asking Jazz. Do you think that people should pay for their kid to go to school to be a dancer?
I think that if that is what that family decides on, then yes, I don't think it's a bad thing. And if I could finish from what I was saying earlier, I'm not saying don't be delusional about your education. Go get the education, take your major in dance, take a minor in something else. So if the dancing doesn't work out, you have another skill set ready for you to walk into a corporate America or walk into a business or whatever the case may be. So I do believe in having something to fall on that will give you longevity, but I don't believe in stifling what comes naturally or what a person loves, right? Because that builds resentment. And
that's what's wrong with our community so much, man. We don't know how to raise our kids properly, man. That's why we are living in despair, and we just living in fields before reals, man.
We can
figure out. This is the part where I didn't say. This is the part where I didn't say to my kid, "Fuck your feelings," and that is the context.
It's not about feelings.
No. That is the context.
That was not the context.
This is the part where I say, "Fuck your feelings." If you decide that you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, then you lose
That's
my
not what I said at
you
all.
lose my coverage.
So Jess, let me ask a question, right? So Anton, you work extremely hard to get into this position. What's wrong with you helping your daughter dreams ballet? Let's go with the classy thing. She does ballet from 20 to 30, and then she's getting a little bit older. Her ankles are a little bit twisted. So now she says, "Father, I'm ready to inherit the empire. I'm a bag chaser now, and on the next 30 years of my life, I'll work for you." What's the problem with that?
No,
that's not gonna work.
Why did you work so hard? Like, your daughter has the time and the money and the resources to do what she wants. Like,
because if she really loved and respected her father, she would have followed his order.
She does what she wants on her 20s, and then on her 30s actually have a corporate job like you want her to probably do and do all these things.
No, it's
like,
too late.
Why?
Too late.
Because that's not the vision that I planned for, and you don't get to remix what I set up.
It just sounds like you're just really controlling.
I'm not controlling. Listen,
Anthony's talking like he's Lex Luthor and he's going to inherit the empire.
I'm not controlling. I'm giving you options. You have options. That's the thing that y'all missing.
Can't she be a farmer?
Hold on, let me finish.
It's the truth.
Let me finish. You think that your option should be you could do what you want to fucking do, and then you can still come back and then take advantage of what it is that I got. No, I work for my own money. This is my money. Your options are you can do what your options are you can do what you want to do, and then you have to pay for it, whether that be what you suffer through or the financial obligations that come along with it.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to keep pausing or derailing the conversation, bro, but and I'm not trying to be funny, but Irvin Moba, he just really throwing me off, man, because he look old and young at the same time. And I'm really not trying to throw no shots at nobody, but I just had to say it. I had to get it off my chest because I'm thinking it.
Or you can do it my way, and you can be what it is that I set up for you.
Okay.
And so that's the thing about being the adult part is you get to pick. Either you can go down path A, or you can go down path.
Can she be a farmer? Anton, can she be a farmer?
No, let me ask you a question.
I don't know why this is so difficult.
I feel like y'all are making assumptions.
I understand what you're saying 100%. Here's my question to you, right? Let's say she goes on her own path. She said, okay, forget it. Forget the covering, forget the finances, forget the support. This is what I want to do. I'm doing it. And she becomes successful. Let's say she wants to be an actor. She becomes the next Angelina Jolie, right?
You're not going to the Oscars, Anton?
Would you respect
Let
her
her
more
finish.
for
Let her
doing
finish her
it her
question.
way?
So
Would you
what?
respect her more for doing it her way?
Congratulations. I mean,
Wow.
Why not?
it is what it is.
First of all, Angelina Jolie is
Because it's control. That's why.
Anton,
Angelina Jolie is a hoe, okay?
Anton, last question. Anton, last question. That's fair. Anton.
I'm using her
Everybody
career
in the
status.
industry fucked on Angelina
Don't
Jolie.
deflect, Anton. Don't
And
deflect.
so
I'm not talking
listen,
about
my
that.
Wouldn't that
respect.
count if you
I
know her to
respect-
say that?
you just-
Wouldn't
no,
that be the
stop,
same?
stop,
Wouldn't
stop,
that
stop.
wouldn't that be the
Let
same
me
thing
answer
where
the
you said?
question. Let me
But
answer the question. Let me answer the question. I don't respect
Regulate.
success in a way that y'all respect success,
Mm.
right? The way that
It's a
Angelina
mindset
Jolie,
thing.
for example, allegedly had to go and get it,
Yeah.
and just because she made a lot of money doing it, doesn't mean that it aligns with my values and what it is that I stand for, because I am very much aligned with Christian values as far as how it is that you go about doing things. Have you had to fuck your way to the top? If you had to be passed around in the industry, just because you make how you make money and how you become successful matters just as much as whether or not you get it. And so, no, I would not respect it. It doesn't mean anything to me. And that is your dream. And God bless you. Good luck with that. I think that's good for you.
But let me ask you something,
To
Anton.
be an actress, hold on, let me
you
finish
say?
that. To be a famous actress, the percentage is a 0.00086%. So it's like, why would you guys want to set your children up for failure?
Exactly.
Like, I don't get that.
I don't understand that either, too.
Because most of y'all do not qualify to be an actor or actress.
I just want to ask something. What
Hold
Fadi
on,
because
hold on. I'm almost done. Ballerina school is 50 to 100,000 grand. You're gonna pay to go dance for a couple years for 100,000 grand. That is gonna expire
you got
at a certain age. So it's like, why do we keep on setting our kids up for failure when these other cultures are very strict and then they're more successful in certain industries? Make it make sense.
And your feet gonna be busted as hell for your husband to look at.
Okay,
like,
wait.
my dad was like, you don't go to college, you're cut off. That's why we all went to college. That's why we're all in industry.
But that was not the point. So
no one's taking
what you said.
No one's taking into account that Anton or anyone else has raised their child from birth and has instilled certain morals and things in them. So we're guiding these children.
What does
we guide them based on how we raise them?
Yeah.
So we know what's best.
Nikki,
there's actually something else.
But wait a minute.
One second, Nikki. That's not the point. The point is this, right?
That is the point, because Jasmine is controlling.
No, because Jasmine, because Jess,
kids are not going to think it's controlling because they are raised in that environment. They know better. They know that direction. They have
that's the point.
To succeed. So you guys might think it's controlling because you guys didn't have the parents in the household to have that character or that foundation.
But this is what I'm talking about. But Q, Jess said, pursue your dreams while you are actually getting the information. One second. You asked me what
ballerina shit on the fucking side.
No, but there's the thing. But she said, and like the same way that you have a lot of hobbies, Q, you do a lot of things that are not. It's just things that you like, right? She said, while you're doing that, go ahead and make sure that you get some type of information, some type of knowledge. So when you actually done with the things that you like, you are ready to do things.
No. She needs to.
That's what she said.
Trying to do two things at the same time is inefficient.
Degree and do the other things on the side. No, you need to focus on that one major thing.
So why
to be successful dancer is a low ass percentage. It's an expired time. There's no longevity in that. Make that make sense.
That's not true, girl. It
is true, Jazz. Nobody on this panel knows a famous fucking dancer right now.
Don't know a famous
no. Besides you, don't Google right now. What dancer do you know that has a 20-year time term? What dancer?
Alvin Ellie.
No. What? Okay. What dancer? No, Jazz. What dancer do you know retired at the age of 65, which is retirement age?
Exactly.
You said what?
What dancer do you know has retired at the age of 65, which is the retirement age?
A lot of dancers are still dancing at 65.
Stop it.
That are making
what?
Stop it. Jazz, you are in the Lulu land. There are no 65-year-old dancers out there getting it. Like, stop it.
No, know, and you don't.
No. You're right. I might not get it, but you might not understand the business reality of world and what today. But fucking dancers are not becoming famous like that. Let's just be honest. You want to be a video vixen? Okay, do that. But these girls are not. Go ahead. Let me look at the average dancers.
You're not getting no retirement 401k plan being a dancer. It's almost like freelance work. You're gonna be getting contracts, you're gonna be getting gigs, you're gonna be getting booked unless you create your own dance studio, your own agency or whatnot, and you're able to funnel and flip that money to create something larger. But that's very far and few between people.
It's just untrue. But
I just don't understand these, right?
Give me one second. I get what you're saying. We don't want to build like delusional kids. Like, go follow your dreams, do whatever, don't do anything serious. I understand that logic as well. What I'm saying is that let's prop our children up to be successful, right? Let's guide them as much as we can. But when they become their own, we also, y'all the ones with kids. But I would think, because I've had parents, right? I would think that the best thing you could do as a parent is support what that grown adult has evolved to come to. And they say, you know what? The lawyer thing is not working for me. I want to be a veterinarian instead. Veterinarians make good money. That's a very decent career. But to say that because they choose to be a veterinarian outside of the lawyer that you envision for them, that you will completely abandon them, I don't know if that's right. That's all I'm saying. I just threw the dancer example out there, just something anything outside of what you decided you want for your child. To say
that's a little bit more reasonable.
They make $47,000 on an average basis.
Not going to even consider, what drives them and what they're passionate about, and trying to help them to make money off of that.
But there's more reasonable. But
don't you preach entrepreneurship? Don't you value like using your natural skills to make money?
It's not the same from your child to somebody that you're just trying to give advice to, or somebody that you mentor. Your child is a whole lot different. He already has a blueprint laid out for the being that he helped create, his seed, his child that he birthed for the years that she is alive. What are you talking about, Jazz? It is not the same. If he has a blueprint and she has to follow, she has to follow. If she does not want to follow it, you do not reap the benefits from anything that I built for you to possibly get if you follow. So, Jazz, you talking in circles.
No. Anton actually, Jazz, this is actually a lie.
If you want to be a ballerina, if you want to be a veterinarian, do it. He won't pay for it. That's right.
And what I'm saying is, you don't have to pay for it. But damn, daddy, you're not gonna talk to me no more.
No, but he's consistent with that, because he said fuck your dreams, and I remember that the same way I remember he said fuck them kids.
This is why the black community is last.
He been consistent with that, because I remember he said fuck your dreams. You need to do.
This is why the black community is last. Our only dream is some type of.
Oh my God, the black community! Why there's no white dancers?
Other cultures have way more going on. They are dominating industries because they are bred for it. They're bred to dominate those industries. They don't have a choice. Y'all be such in this weird bubble that y'all think this is why we can't get ahead. Force your kids to do something in a specific industry, like every other culture does.
Hey, Molly.
Put them in a STEM field. Stop trying to make them be an athlete or a rapper or some type of jigaboo entertainer. Put them in something where they can compete with the rest of the world. Or we're always going to be last. Molly, and y'all are always going to be crying about how white people aren't letting us get ahead.
Nobody's talking about
pushing
white
our
people.
Kids into retarded things. I'm sorry.
Hey, Molly, did you do a job that your parents told you to do?
Man, Jazz just said that was so racist. Her mic is muted, and she said that was so racist. This girl don't live in reality, man. It's sad.
Did you do the same
what was your original point?
Yes, I did.
Huh?
No, because Fatty was making a point, and then he stopped saying it.
Yeah, my point was the question, right? Because probably it's fine. I'm not even, because I don't want to fight with her. Did you pave your way? Did you create who Anton Daniels is and what he did, or did your parents decide that for you?
My parents didn't pay for me to do anything. They didn't have.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
No, listen, my parents didn't have the resources to be able to pay for me to do things. It's a difference. Okay. So I have resources that my parents didn't have. But at the same time, they did direct me in a certain way because the requirement was to ultimately for me to become an engineer. He didn't have the resources to be able to pay for me to go to college. He didn't have, but he did make some sacrifices earlier in life in which I had the opportunity to go to private school for 2 years of middle school before I went back to high school. But that was just to save me from the hood because we was raised in an environment that even though I had two parents, that it was still, you know what I'm saying, a lot of influences that was around me. And so he wanted me to experience life around other people and other cultures that then thought differently. And we had to wear a tie. And so it was really just a way for him to change my mentality towards how I viewed myself versus telling me where it is that I was supposed to go. But my parents never paid for my education. My parents never put any stipulations on me because they didn't have anything to tie me, right? So what they did was they set the foundation for how we get married, you know what I'm saying, our cultural norms. We don't have children out of wedlock. We make sure that we marry anybody that we have children with before we have, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And so, you know, those were the things that they instilled in me.
So just to clarify, it's not about the money. It's not about the values and the mindset and all that. It's just about the money. If you pay bills,
it's not about the money. What we are taught, what I'm taught in my culture, is that you seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. That the money comes along with the purpose that is instilled in you, that is also covered by you according to your culture and your parents and your community. So we pass down traditions, and that is the way that we do things. We are, for example, I'll give you an example because y'all keep talking about money. We are okay. We are okay with our daughters wanting to be wives or wanting to be stay-at-home mothers. We have no problem with that. And that's my thing. When you say stuff like, oh, it's just all about the money, or you using examples like Angelina Jolie and shit like that, that doesn't mean anything to me because I'm okay if my daughter decides that she just wants to be a stay-at-home mother to her husband. She is taught all of the things that it takes in order to be a good wife.
Yeah.
She knows how to make things from scratch. She knows how to care for people. She is very much in tune with God. She very much prays over me before I leave out of the house. Wow. And that is what I'm saying. Y'all keep saying stuff that don't resonate with me because y'all keep tying it back to money because I have resources.
He live a completely different lifestyle in the way he has his family structure. So they looking at it based off their own perspectives because of the way how they live, but he lives a different life. So how can you put your standards on him?
It's not about the money at all. It's about staying within the parameters of what I set up my daughter to do. And if she goes outside of it, then she will be held accountable for it.
Wait, you said we're it about money, but your whole premise was that I got the money. If you don't do what I say, you don't get the money.
You asked.
That's correct. That's an inheritance. Okay, I have a specific group of things that is okay for her to do. As long as she operate within my covering, she is fine. The minute that she decides that she want to go outside of my covering and she want to step outside and do what she want to do, then she lose that inheritance. She lose my covering. She lose everything that comes along with that, and she's not going to do that.
Does she lose her father? Okay, you don't want to
exactly. That was the point.
It depends on what she decide to do. If you do something that is completely against what I believe in, and I won't, then you will absolutely.
That's beyond control.
If you become
a porn star.
Something, if you do something that I think that is reprehensible, you absolutely will.
Wow.
Okay, so the question is why? Well, one second. One second, please.
I don't get it.
AQ, let me just ask a question. This is $1 million question.
I
don't get it.
No,
you're gonna
hey friends,
in your daughter's life if she does.
Hey, Jazz, 1 second.
Jazz, I understand cutting her off financially.
Stay single.
But you're saying you're gonna cut her off just in general if she don't live her life the way you want to. If it's not anything. Whatever you say, egregious.
You guys should understand Umar. You should understand Umar.
Jess, you forgot the original point. So why is Dr. Umar Johnson wrong?
Yeah, you should understand Dr. Umar.
Listen,
Dr.
Why
Umar
you go
didn't
to
train
Umar
up his
Johnson
child in the way he
for
should
cutting
go.
her off?
No, there was
Dr.
no
Umar didn't train up
point.
his
Hold on.
child.
Let me answer this question.
Why is he wrong?
I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back because it's almost like y'all not listening. It is a difference in raising a daughter according to your standards versus coming into her life at 22 fucking years old.
Baby daddy.
Okay? Way different.
I don't know why y'all can't put that two together. If I've raised her in the admonition of myself, according to what God has given me, and she has been under my covering, provided for, fed her, clothed her, been there for her, picked her up, all of the things, versus a person that is talking to his daughter through the internet and has never actually seen her as a baby, it is a big difference. Please do not compare me to fucking Dr. Umar Johnson and say I should consider it or I should understand it. We not the same.
So your situation is more of a 50 Cent type of situation, right? I saw the kid, I raised the kid.
I don't know anything about 50 Cent. I don't
basically the kid started to actually do it. But there's the thing.
It's too, y'all are using.
They arguing in bad faith. They giving bad examples, just bad scenarios, the whole nine.
Two different. That is a baby daddy. When you have two parents in a household, the father is the head of the household. His rule goes over whatever the mom said. Like, I just don't get it here. Like, if my dad said, "Hey, you got to do this. You got chores. You got to be home at this." Or this and this, that is the rules. Like, I don't know.
But
I don't get what y'all not getting.
Like, but there's
they're being intentionally like they're being intentional and they're trying to miss.
I'm just asking questions.
They are very smart. Everybody on this panel understands the context. I'm not saying anything that's super complicated. I am very clear in what I'm saying. I don't really understand why y'all having such a hard time figuring it out.
If she doesn't live the life you want her to live, we got it. You're gonna affect her financially, and you will remove yourself from her life. If she becomes an adult and doesn't live the life that you thought and you wanted her to live, you're done with her.
In the parameters,
it happens all the time.
That I set for her.
I don't make it right.
That is. You
can't make it wrong.
What's right and wrong. You know what's so funny?
It should happen more often.
No. All right, cool. I'm glad that we got it all out, and I use myself as an example. And I'm cool with being a punching bag. But it's so funny because you sitting here telling me what's right when I've seen you on these very panels defend motherfucking single baby mamas that's made some of the most egregious mistakes, and you're telling me that that's not right. But you've literally defended some of the most vile human beings on the face of this earth that put their children in the worst positions possible, and you're telling me no. Let me finish.
Walk out.
Because it is right. The covering of a man, and the reason why you walk your daughter down the aisle is it's covering to covering. She's supposed to stay. If more women was under the covering and actually listened to their fathers, they wouldn't be single baby mamas in the first place.
Facts.
If more women was actually obedient to what their fathers and what their parents are telling them to do, they wouldn't be out here crashing the fuck out, looking stupid and making TikToks talking about story time. We don't want to hear no more fucking story times about how y'all lives is fucked up. Please don't sit here and tell me and read me the riot act about how I'm wrong. I'm right as fuck. Listen, we can have an opinion on a lot of different issues, the black community and all of this shit, but as a parent, I could never be more right.
You're right, but you're right.
And you know how I know I'm right? Because there's very few people, there's very few women, there's very few children that grew up that wouldn't want it to grow up in the same admonition of how it is that I'm raising my child. Bullshit. You telling me, because half of y'all done followed y'all dreams and y'all fucked up. And I know for a fact you'd rather be under the covering of your parents if they was raising you the way that I raised my daughter.
That is true.
Don't sit here and tell me about how y'all feel. Y'all fucked up out here. Y'all complaining about y'all mortgage. Y'all can't even afford y'all rent. Y'all worried about whether or not you're gonna get laid off, and you ain't got $1,000 to your name to fix something if you bust a fucking tire. Y'all crashing the fuck out. Don't tell my daughter is happy. She's enjoying herself. And ignorance is bliss. She's ignorant away from all of this devilish bullshit that y'all experience in life. She's protected from it. She don't need that shit in her life. I won't put that burden on her because all y'all doing is trauma bonding out here. She will never experience the type of shit that y'all experience, and she not supposed to.
He is cooking right now, man. It is a bunch of trauma bonding going on between the black community. I hate to say it, man. People bond through trauma, and then they create more trauma. That's all that keeps happening over and over again.
Grew up the way that half of y'all women and y'all that didn't have a father grew up. Y'all got PTSD. You wasn't even supposed to go through the shit that you went through. You wasn't even supposed to suffer through some of the shit that you went through. If y'all had parameters and guide rails and y'all had God in your life and y'all had people in your life to guide y'all and not be able to be crashing out like this, your life wouldn't be fucked up and you wouldn't be talking about how Minnesota trash because you wouldn't even experience that type of thing. She don't even come into the purview of certain people because she leans into her parents. That is what children are supposed to do. Yeah. They're not supposed to go out there on their own. I don't even give a fuck if you're 17, 22. You know why Umar Johnson's daughter is twerking online? Because she didn't have a strong father to put parameters and guidelines around her life when she was raised up. She fucked up because she ain't had no good parents in her life.
That's real.
She's seeking her father, and so she's seeking attention. That's why y'all seek attention through men. That's why y'all fucked up with the men that y'all talk to. Y'all literally need guidance in y'all life. Even today, you 30 and 40-year-old hoes, y'all need fathers in your life and guidance.
The cooking.
Honest to God.
You know what's funny is when the women start smiling and you know they got dirt like that's behind the scenes that they just like thinking about probably.
Just need guidance. How can you debate with me about putting guidelines around my daughter to protect her from the devil? That's literally what protection is. It's telling you what you can't fucking do so that you ain't out there crashing out. Facts. It's being proactive about protecting you.
Exactly.
It's not about finding you and catching you and fixing you. It's about you not going through that drama in the first place because that's not God given. That's the devil having his way with your ass.
I think that if a woman, if a woman, sorry,
man, cook.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Like, I think
crazy
when you come from a 2-parent household, like my dad was strict. I'm so grateful he was the way he was because other people that didn't have my parents or nothing, they down the wrong path. Multiple kids in out of jail. They don't have a stable household. So it's like some of these, and I've worked with kids that have fucked up parents, and some of these kids need that strict guidance. Look at the kids nowadays. Look, they're being raised by kids. Yeah. They don't have 2 parents. The mom is on bullshit. The dad's not there. So it's like you guys might think it's controlling, but once you have that household and you see from an outside perspective, it's not control, it's direction. That's what a father and a mother are supposed to do. They're supposed to lead you down a certain path because they're older. Yes. So it's like these other cultures, they're not thinking it's controlling.
I'm going to leave it right there. This thing is going to be too long. I can't react to the whole doggone thing, but that was an amazing segment. I will say that, man. The thought process of this panel when it comes down to how Anton wants to raise his daughter and how he wants to guide her through her adulthood, it's none of their business, first of all. And secondly, I agree with him. If she's not gonna follow your guidance from a child, you covering her for 18 years and her not valuing your strategy and your leadership, why would she still reap the benefits of what you built and created after she maybe go F her life up and just hop back in like, oh, I'm back on board? No, you smarter than that, man. I raised you for too long. You should be smarter than that. So I'm in agreement with how Anton feels about the way he raises his daughter and cutting her off or whatnot. That don't mean that we're not going to talk no more. If I'm just going to, look at you like a horrible person. But when it comes down to financial support, things like that, you got to figure it out, baby girl. That's just like if you marry someone that he probably doesn't approve of. Possibly might be the same exact thing. He's living his life like another culture would, a family from another culture, because those cultures are a lot more strict. They move differently, and guess what? Most of the time, they have a lot more. So let me know what y'all think about this segment. I enjoyed it a lot. Y'all like the video, comment below. This is JayBReacts. Until next time, y'all. Peace.